So what is omega-3 and how can it help? Well, first we have to talk about fat. There are two types of fat. We have saturated versus unsaturated. Now, unsaturated fat is the good fat. It's what our body needs. It helps to protect our veins and it's liquid at room temperature. You can find it in things like sesame oil, fish oil, as well as avocado oil. Saturated fats, on the other hand, are the bad fat. That's animal fat. If you have too much of it, it can increase your bad cholesterol. And these are generally solid at room temperature. You can find it in pork fat, butter, as well as lard. This is basically congealed bacon grease. Can you imagine this clogging up your arteries? So omega-3 is the good type. It's essential fatty acids that our body needs. There are three types of omega-3. We have EPA and DHA, that's found mostly in fish and seafood, and ALA, which is found mostly in plants. Today we're going to be focusing on EPA and DHA. These have more potent health benefits, so they're more powerful, and they give our body energy. Now, fish oil has both EPA and DHA. It helps to support a healthy heart. It can lower triglycerides, which is an important measure of heart health. It can also prevent blood clots, as well as reduce the risk of coronary artery disease. Now, EPA has been shown to help regulate behavior and mood, while DHA is one of the most important omega-3 fatty acids in our bodies, because it's a key structural component of many of our body parts, especially our brain, as well as the retina in our eyes. That's why it's vital for early brain development in children. Now, our bodies can't produce omega-3, which is why we have to consume it externally, either by eating fish or taking supplements. But not all supplements are created equal. ATOMY's Alaska E omega-3 is a high-quality fish oil with 65% EPA and DHA. It also contains vitamin E, which is an antioxidant, so it's essential for heart muscle cells, and turmeric oil, that's an anti-inflammatory, so it's great for our arteries. Now, if we open this up and take a look and see, you'll notice that, it's got a clear gelatin capsule, and you take 2 of these pills a day. Now, we're going to go ahead and do a fish oil freezer test to compare the concentration of omega-3 in various supplements. Before we start, though, I'd like you to compare and notice the difference between ATOMY's Alaska E omega-3 and this different brands supplement. You see the difference? ATOMY's is much smaller, and this is a unique feature. This size, you cannot find that in the market because the majority of the fish oil products you're going to find in the market are just as humongous as this. I mean, this is like half the size of my pinky finger. Seriously. Can you imagine a child taking this and swallowing it? Or an elderly person? Or really anybody who has a hard time with swallowing pills, right? I mean, I personally would be very concerned and hesitant to give this to a child because I'd be scared that it would be a choking hazard. So anyways, omega-3 is an unsaturated fat, which is the good type that we had talked about. So it has an extremely low freezing point. So it shouldn't freeze in the freezer. So what we're going to take a look at here is we have some supplements that we have kept frozen and overnight in the freezer. So we're going to test and see if it's actually frozen or not. So this is the other brand supplement here. And you can see that it's very congealed in there, so it's semi-frozen, right? And it's kind of solid, it's not totally liquid. Now ATOMY's, let's go ahead and cut that. Ooh, that's just, I can squeeze it all right out. It's totally liquid. Okay. Now, this is because most products out there for our fish oil supplements are going to contain only about 30% of omega-3, whereas ATOMY's contains 65% actual omega-3. So in one of these pills here, it contains 350 milligrams of actual omega-3. Compared to this pill, which has about 360 milligrams of omega-3, ATOMY's pill is only half the size, yet it contains roughly the same amount of omega-3. And you're supposed to be taking 2 of these a day versus 2 of these a day. Which one would you choose? No brainer, right? Now, there's actually no recommended daily amount established by experts. However, the World Health Organization does recommend eating about 1 to 2 servings of fish per week. Now, the problem is with the smell here. So you guys, thankfully, can't smell this, but there's definitely a very strong whiff of fish smell, right, with omega-3. I'm not getting as much from ATOMY's omega-3, and imagine this has already been frozen. So if this was purely liquid, it would be a much stronger stench. But if I take the one that hasn't even been cut, I'm not smelling any fish smell at all. So a lot of people are hesitant or don't like taking omega-3 supplements because of this fishy smell. So they don't like to take it even though they know that it's good for them. Now, ATOMY's Alaska E Omega fish oil, this one has been manufactured domestically in the United States. It's extracted from Alaska and then directly transported for refinement in Ohio. And they use cold water fish, primarily the Alaska pollock, and a special high purity refinement technology that deodorizes that fishy odor and taste to give you a fresher, purer oil without that